If there was one thing the world was asking for, it was for one more podcast about CrossFit. Well, here we are anyways. This is the Silverback Media Podcast, where we share the stories of the everyday CrossFitter, so that more people are encouraged and empowered to try it themselves. Here's your host and everyday CrossFitter, Marco Mejia.
What's up, Silverback Media crew? We're here, super fast intro, because I have a special guest that we're going to do something that I have no idea what we're doing. So before we get into that, do all the things that make the robots happy. Like, share, follow on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that stuff. Share it with your friends. Make the robots happy before they take over the world, because we all know that's coming. And now I'm going to hand it over to my special guest sitting here, my wife, Lindsay. We're going to do something, but I don't know what it is. There's questions that are going to be asked, but I don't know. So to explain what you're about to hear, here's my wife.
Hi.
Hi.
We're going to credential your podcast host.
Oh, no. That sounds intense.
It's CrossFit trivia time.
CrossFit trivia. Okay. I feel decently confident.
I have asked you random CrossFit knowledge questions before, and you've done really well. So I asked ChatGPT to make it harder, and so we'll see how you do.
I think this started, last week you dropped in somewhere else when you were out of town, and you were repeating. There was an open workout repeat?
Yeah,
and you
so
were like,
I texted him and I said, what was the open workout 23.1? And he immediately responded.
Yeah.
With all the movements with correct reps.
Correct reps.
Yes.
Because that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so things like that. Here we go.
Okay.
ChatGPT
so
source trivia questions. Oh boy.
First round is programming in theory.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
In Fitness in 100 Words, what exact numerical prescription is given for the balance of weightlifting, gymnastics, and metabolic conditioning?
The numerical?
What's the prescription?
I know it says 5 to 6 days a week. It lists a bunch of movements. I don't remember all of it. It says create as many variations as possible. But I think it was 5 to 6 days a week was the prescription.
It's a little more vague than that,
Yeah.
but you got it. And then routine is the enemy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I guess I'll give you a point for that.
We'll call it a point. That was a long answer. Okay.
The What is Fitness journal article from 2002 defines CrossFit's fitness across 10 domains. Name all 10.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I almost cursed right there. Okay. All right. So this is funny. Back when I was studying for the level 1, I had created a mnemonic in my head of
Let's see.
Okay. Cardio.
Yeah.
Stamina.
Yeah.
Strength.
Yep.
Power. Mm-hmm. Flexibility.
Yep.
Coordination.
Yep.
Accuracy.
Yep.
Yeah. I know accuracy. Don't you question me on accuracy. Speed.
Mm-hmm. 2 left.
Oh, I know. Shoot. Did I say strength?
You did already.
I did already. And I said
Should I give you
power.
the first letter?
Wait. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, shoot.
5, 4.
Give me the first letter of one of them.
A.
Agility?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I was
And you're
second
missing
guessing
one more.
Oh.
3.
Give me the first letter on
B.
that one. B? Balance. Damn it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you an 8 out of 10.
I know. I had created something in my head. Yeah, so that's, and I mean, for anybody listening, that's one of 4 different ways that in that What is Fitness article that, Coach Glassman defined or created ways to define how fit somebody is in relation to CrossFit. So there was the 10 general physical skills. There was the Hopper method. There was the sickness, wellness, fitness continuum, and then there was the metabolic pathways. So it's basically 4 different ways that you can measure how fit somebody is, or how much fitness somebody has gained over the course of time of doing CrossFit. So there you go. I'm just gonna.
I hope this is hard enough.
Okay. We're gonna find out. If that was the second question, oh goodness.
Let's go back.
Okay.
What was the first CrossFit Journal article ever published, and in what year?
Published? Holy hell. I'm going to guess 2003.
Ooh, close.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was early 2000s.
It was Foundations in 2002.
2002. Okay, yeah, no, I had no idea. That was a total guess. Yeah. Damn,
Okay.
2002. Okay, so 23 years
Yeah.
worth of CrossFit Journal articles. Goodness gracious.
That's
okay.
it. Okay. Here's another hard one. What's the precise equation for work capacity across broad time and modal domains? Yeah. The definition of fitness.
The definition. So the definition of fitness is measured in terms of power, which you may not say it in there, but it's basically the.
It's like,
I may not get the calculation exactly right, but it's based on load, so weight, distance, and time. So somehow it's measuring all three of those together, and the idea is that the more weight that you can move over a larger distance of time in a shorter period of time, the more power you're generating. Ipso facto, the more fitness you have.
I'm going to give it to you because you basically explained it, but it just says force times distance divided by time.
Divided by time. Okay, yeah.
But I'm gonna give it to you.
I know all the components. I wasn't gonna get the math itself exactly right. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty good. Okay.
I'm only sweating a little bit.
I feel like the next set of questions might have got, like, movement and standards is the next section. So I feel like you're going to just, like, totally hundreds there.
Let's see if we.
Okay, this is the last one of programming and theory.
Okay.
Explain the difference between variance and randomness in programming according to Greg Glassman.
Okay. Randomness is what people assume CrossFit is if they don't have a thorough understanding of the methodology. And what I mean by that, I say that mildly throwing shade. Basically, that is just a random variety of crap that's thrown together without any thought into how it actually develops an athlete. Variance is intentional in terms of we are still trying to drive toward a specific outcome, which is fitness from the previous answer and all those answers there. But we are using varied implements, so different types of objects, right? Varied variations of a movement. So, for example, on a squat, right? We can improve somebody's squat doing an air squat, a back squat, a front squat, an overhead squat.
I think you're getting too deep.
I am for sure, but I'm going.
But I think you generally know.
I don't know the word for word definition, but I'm kind of explaining the
deliberate programming.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give it to you. You just you went way off the deep end there.
You know, I get open-ended questions, and I'm like, well, it's not even an open-ended question. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna kick the door open though and keep explaining it. So, but yeah, it's the
again,
intention.
we're credentialing you as this podcast host.
Yeah, the difference there, if you wanted to boil it down, variance is intentional, random is just, throw a dart at the wall blindfolded.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, that was
take a breather.
I was gonna say that felt like a hard category to start
Here,
with. Okay.
Let's see. I don't know sometimes I can't tell which one's gonna be easy for you and which one's gonna be hard. So we're just gonna go top to bottom.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, movements and standards,
Okay.
next section.
Okay.
At the CrossFit Games, what was the 2015 strict standard for handstand push-ups that caused major controversy?
Oh, shoot. This wasn't the ring handstand push-up here, I don't think, was it?
Let me scroll to the answer.
I don't think it was. Okay, I have one of two potential answers, but I don't think either one of them is right.
Same.
One, and I really don't think this is right, is that they did ring handstand push-ups. Because you can't kip a ring handstand push-up. And I think it just caused controversy just from a safety perspective, not from a unclear standards perspective. That's not it? Mm-hmm. Okay. The other one, but I don't think this is right because I think this was a standard used for handstand push-ups in an open one year, was that they had a tape line on the wall that your feet had to get high enough to actually hit that tape line. I can't remember how they determined where the tape line was for everybody. I don't think that was right either, but I remember that being controversial. But
you have half the answer.
Do I? Okay.
Heels touching marked line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a games thing. I knew it happened in the
But
open.
going off of that, how did they determine? What if someone's really short and yeah?
I think they had people stand at the wall. Well, actually, I don't know, because they had to have done it with their hands over their head. So maybe, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Major controversy.
Yeah, exactly. It's because if they just did a set line for everybody, if you've got Colton Mertens and Brent Fikowski in the same workout, one of them is screwed, and the other one's doing way too much work, right? So, okay.
And then the other half of that answer was hands inside marked box.
I think that's, well, I guess it depends on how big the box is.
I think it's probably more of the heels.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like the heels, yeah.
I'm going to give you a half.
All right, I'll take
half a point for that. Okay.
Okay.
Next question. In a Turkish getup, what are the 7 exact movement transitions required from floor to standing?
7? Okay. I'm going to, I'm going to go through how I coach it.
Basically, it's like a body part. That's how they, like
which body part moves in what order?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start off, you're laying down, right? You got one arm up with the kettlebell in hand, opposite leg. I don't know, this is just kind of set up position. First one is basically your shoulders raise off the floor. The kettlebell punches towards the ceiling. Then the opposite hand, not holding the kettlebell, presses up onto the hand. Then your hips
From
raise.
where?
What? What do you mean? This one?
Yeah.
Well, the hand's already there. You had your elbow on the floor. So
yeah,
now,
elbow.
Yeah. So the elbow
Elbow's
comes up
first.
off the floor. Yep. So elbow. Then you raise your hips off the floor. Then the outstretched leg sweeps underneath. I call it
ding.
I call it the Karate Kid, the sweep the leg. Mm-hmm. So once that's under, then opposite hand comes off the floor. So then you're upright, and then you stand up.
You're kneeling.
Yeah, you're in a kneeling position, and then you stand up from there. You basically come out of a lunge.
I know you know that.
Yeah, I didn't. Check. I was like 7 steps.
But
damn.
It's interesting trying to explain it and not show people.
Yeah. Well, there was one week I was doing staff notes for the gym, and Turkish getups showed up, and for anybody that was coaching that day at our gym, I am sorry because those were the longest set of staff notes that I wrote on any given day. Okay.
Okay.
Whew,
Next question. What's the difference between a snatch balance and a drop snatch? And why would an athlete train one versus the other?
Ooh, okay, so snatch balance, you actually add a dip and drive, like with your hips, to actually generate some force into the bar before you drop under. Where what was the other one? Drop snatch?
Mm-hmm.
Drop snatch?
Drop snatch.
Drop snatch, you have no dip and drive. You start from a tall position and drop straight underneath without any momentum of the bar upwards. Reason being, a drop snatch, you're primarily working speed underneath the bar, right? So for if you're working on your squat snatch, applies for squat cleans too, right? Or for my Olympic weightlifters that are out there, a snatch or a clean, they don't actually call it a squat snatch, squat clean. They're just like, that's what it is. The speed underneath the bar is how you actually ultimately over time end up being able to lift more, because then you don't have to move the bar as far. Where a snatch balance, you want to basically be more comfortable punching that barbell overhead with heavier load, so you use that dip drive to get it up there, and then also find your way to the bottom of the squat too.
Nice
Generally.
job.
Yeah. Okay. That was very wordy. I'm sure ChatGPT's answer was a lot shorter.
Way shorter. Okay.
It was a common theme that we're going to find on this one, I think.
You are going to just take this question off into the deep end too, but try to keep it concise.
I'm going to do my best, but I'm not promising anything. Okay.
What is the biomechanical difference in hip-knee angle between a squat clean and a power clean?
In hip-knee angle between a squat clean and a power clean. Ooh, shoot. Okay. Stupid question. We'll see if...
Basically, what...
Is that in the receiving position of the clean?
Yeah.
Okay. Hip, knee, ankle. Well, okay. Actually, it can be a very simple answer, right? Mm-hmm. Like a squat clean, you're catching in a squat position, so the hip crease is below the knee. Where a power clean, the hip crease is above the knee.
You kept it concise.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that really could have. Once we clarified that it was in the receiving,
you really almost did take it.
Okay, I think I saved everybody. Okay.
Okay. According to CrossFit standards, how many points of contact must touch the wall during a wall walk?
Touch the wall? 2. Each foot.
Are you sure?
Unless.
Well, what are points of contact? Actually, that's more really the question.
Touching the wall?
Well, you have that part.
Yeah. And then you get your 2 hands on the floor.
Right.
Right, but that's okay. So it should it should only be because if anything else is touching the wall, let's say it's your stomach or something like that, you're in an arch position, which is not. You want to finish in a hollow body position.
And then the other standard when you're on the ground is what?
When you're on the ground, so you've got 2 hands, 2 feet, and basically I mean, it's just your torso, right? So if it's technically, it's probably your chest and your quads.
Chest hits the ground,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Ding, ding. Okay, I'm going to let you pick. Do you want to do rapid fire benchmark and try to get those as quickly as possible? Or games history?
Oh, shoot. Let's do games history. I feel like that one I'm actually going to struggle with, and then the benchmarks I might be
That'll
able
be
to,
like the quick, like,
yeah, we might
maybe
be able
the ender one?
Yeah, wrap it up at the end.
Because there's also a physiology and science, but...
Ooh, that could get interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll get there. Let's do games history, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, let's do games history. Let's get back to that's kind of the reason where this came up was like the games
The
history.
games history,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Is this just games, or is it like open season 2? Do you know if there's anything, or is it all purely from like actual CrossFit Games stuff?
There's some stuff about the open.
Sweet, let's do it.
Get a sip of
Yeah,
water.
I know.
Quick
I was like,
sip.
gotta hydrate. Gotta be ready.
Quick sip. Okay.
I'm sweating more now. So.
Okay. Name the first 3 winners of the men's and women's CrossFit Games, 2007 to 2009.
I had a weird feeling that this was gonna come up, and I'm like, I have no idea. Except, I think Jason Khalipa might have been in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, was he 09?
2008.
Was he 8? Okay. Can I?
So you have like basically out of 6.
Yeah. So okay. So
you got 1 out of 6.
I've got 1. The one that year on the women's side. Oh my goodness.
If you can just name their names, I'd be impressed.
Was it? Oh shoot. No, I'm gonna get this one wrong. Was it Tanya Wagner? Is that one of them on the women's side?
2009.
2009. Okay. Let's see. On the
Wow.
was I don't think Chris Spieler ever won one. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds.
Okay. Instead of answering it, can I give you a fun fact about the 2008 games?
Sure.
Okay, so that one was actually because that one was
Taking a break for this commercial.
yeah, and then we'll just give the answers. That one was a really interesting one. I don't remember how many events they were, but the way they structured it was that they did it that all of the workouts were 4-time workouts, and they were very short. And basically, the way they scored the leaderboard was the collective time of all your workouts.
Oh.
So the lowest time over the course of all of them won.
So basically the fastest.
But yes, but the coolest part about it was the way they did the very last workout was that let me see if I can explain this properly. They staggered it so that way basically whoever was in first place started first, and then second place started however many seconds behind they were. So that way literally whoever won the last workout was the winner of the CrossFit Games.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so that was
cool.
a really cool
Okay.
one. Yeah, that's where.
Okay, so you got two out of 6.
2 out of 6. Who are the other ones?
Fitzgerald.
James Fitzgerald. Damn it, that was the one.
Sallow.
Oh, Miko Salo. Yeah. Okay.
And then the women you didn't get were Gentry and Matter.
Wait, give me the full names.
I don't know the full names.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
fine.
I don't know either. Okay.
All right. Next question.
All right. I'm happy I got 2 out of those, honestly.
Yeah, that was honestly super impressive.
Khalifa was the only one that I actually knew, and I was just hoping he was in that time frame.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
What year did the CrossFit Games introduce the swim event?
Hey, quick interruption from me. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. If you are, I have a favor to ask of you. The main way that this thing can continue to spread is through word of mouth. So if you're enjoying this episode, send it to someone or share it with someone that may benefit from it or enjoy it as well. Leave a comment, drop a 5-star review, follow the show, share about it on social media. That's the main way that we can help get this message out to others so we can continue to spread this, okay? I'd really appreciate it if you do that. And now let's get back to the show.
2011?
Yeah. Check.
Oh, that
Wow.
was a guess. That was a real guess.
You're doing really well, actually. I tried to make this as hard as possible.
I had no idea on that. All right.
That was a good guess. Who was the first athlete to win both the Open and the Games in the same year?
That feels like it had to have been Froning. That I'm like, I can't imagine anybody else
Ding, ding,
before
ding.
him would have done that, right?
Rich Froning, 2012.
Don't ask me what year. Okay, yeah.
That was extra credit. Okay. What year did the Games program a softball throw, and who won it?
Oh shoot! I think that was. It was early 2000s. Was that 2010?
Close.
No, it might have been 11. Was it 11?
2011.
And I feel like Froning would have won it because he was a baseball player, but something tells me that's not right. I don't know. Who won that?
Josh Bridges.
Seriously?
I mean,
I would have never guessed that. Huh. Okay.
This is Chat GPT.
That's fair.
I can't verify that. Most of these answers you're getting, so I knew that you would know.
Yeah, if anybody wants to fact check the robots while we're
Fact check. There was one weird thing they put
okay.
in here, and I was like, that's not
You're like,
correct.
that's not
But we'll go from there. Okay. Last games history question.
Okay.
What was the theme of the 2020 games programming under Dave Castro?
The 2020 games programming. Oh, that was the pandemic games, anyways. Mm-hmm. The theme. That's a great question. I don't know.
Ranch return to basics under COVID restrictions.
Okay. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Fair. Yeah. I don't know if they actually. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Do we want to go next physiology and science or that rapid fire? Maybe we save the rapid fire for the end.
Let's save the rapid fire for the end. Let's do the nerdy stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing all the nerdy stuff. Okay.
Yeah. No offense, nerds, but I'm a nerd.
You're one of them.
We're gonna,
so it's fine.
so we're gonna go right into it.
Okay, this is hard.
Okay. All right.
This isn't even a question. Oh, hang on. Again, I cannot verify these are correct answers, but we'll see what you have to say.
All right.
What is the ATP PC energy system, and how long can it sustain maximal effort before fatigue?
Okay. This is so. Remember back, and I'm filibustering to kind of give myself a chance to answer here. When I mentioned earlier the 4 ways that fitness is defined or can be measured within CrossFit, and there was the metabolic pathways. This is one of those pathways. I think this is the shortest one, which is like high intensity sprint effort, 1 rep max type of situations, which is like 90 seconds, I think was towards the end.
You're getting too deep.
Yeah.
But fuel 0 to 10 second effort,
Yeah.
so the sprints.
So the sprint, max
and
effort type
here, I'll
stuff.
just give you multiple choice. Is
Okay.
it aerobic or anaerobic?
It's anaerobic.
Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding. Okay. All I remember about ATP is it's like the energy stuff.
That
but
ties in with creatine, I think, because that's like the, yeah, okay.
Okay, define EPOC and its role in CrossFit training. I could give you what that acronym stands for if you need it, but I made that question harder.
I was gonna say, I'm like, crap.
Do you want me to say what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Is this in your L1?
I feel like it was, but I don't think it was something that was hit on very deeply. But I think it's no. What I'm thinking of is something different. I'm thinking of like, and I don't think this is the same. But tell me if it is. You know how like there's that. I don't remember the name of this. Whatever thing is like after you finish a workout that you essentially continue to burn calories because your body's still just like trying to. Like,
Yeah.
It's
like fat
Is that
burning.
the same thing? Is
Yeah.
that the same thing?
Elevated oxygen uptake post-training to restore balance, and it's a key for fat burning.
Okay, so there we go. So that's
I'll
like
give it to you.
basically your body trying to just continuing to burn energy, calories, to restore balance after what you just did.
Man, we're getting real nerdy.
We're getting real nerdy.
This is real
hey,
nerdy.
That's like again benefit of intensity from a CrossFit perspective, right? I mean that happens with any form of exercise, but the more intense the exercise is, the higher levels of that you're going to have, which can have an added benefit, right?
Yes.
It's probably not something huge. I wouldn't say that like, that's not going to be the difference maker in like a total calorie burn. Like if you're trying to lose weight or something like that necessarily. Consistency over time is going to trump that, but it is a factor, right? It's something
Very
cool to
cool.
be aware of.
Okay, next question. What is the difference between central and peripheral fatigue in CrossFit workouts?
Okay, I'm going to take a guess. Central fatigue. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get these backwards, I think. But
No,
we're
you got
gonna
it.
say okay. I think central fatigue is like a general like your body is just exhausted, where peripheral fatigue is more of like an extremity or something that is becoming fatigued because of the amount of work that specific extremity is doing.
I'm going to give you half a point for that.
I know. I was like, I feel like I had like the definitions I have it right, but I don't think I have the term, the words.
No, you
properly.
were mostly got it. So the peripheral you got with the muscle fibers, like that extremity.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you for that. But the central fatigue is more like central nervous system and brain.
Ah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. It's like a good example of like central or nervous system fatigue, especially if you have like something that involves really heavy weights in the middle of a workout, you get some real like hard central fatigue because your body's just like, oh crap, what's happening? Where like the peripheral
where you feel
fatigue,
like you catch a clean and you feel like you're gonna clean and faint.
Clean and nap, right? clean and sleep, right? Or like that peripheral fatigue. There's actually, I know we have the benchmark workouts. There's a hero WOD, I think it's called JT, that is 21, 15, 9, strict handstand push-ups, ring dips, and push-ups. Very, very much a peripheral fatigue with just your shoulders, your chest, your triceps, all the pressing muscles. Like central nervous system may not be fried, but you're just going to hit a point where you can't press anymore. So there's your examples.
Nice. Okay.
Trying to pull back out of the nerditude a little bit, right?
Nerditude.
The nerditude.
Okay. According to CrossFit, what's the primary measure of health and how does it differ from the medical model?
The primary measure of health would be fitness. Yeah.
Versus medicine is?
Shoot. Lack of fitness. That's not the answer.
So it says
avoiding sickness. Basically,
yeah, you kind of got it.
Yeah, from a medicine perspective, you're trying to make sure people are not sick. Which, I'm not saying that with any form of judgment. I'm saying that as more closer to a statement of fact in terms of how CrossFit defines it.
Yeah.
Where CrossFit is looking to be more, from an exercise and a methodology perspective, more preventative and saying let's not just avoid being sick, but let's develop our fitness to a point that we are so far away from sickness that it's not even a factor.
Yeah.
Right.
You went off the deep end again.
I did, and I'm going to go a little bit further. The example I like to give, and I feel like someone did this gave this example at the L1 that I did. So if I'm remembering that right, shouts out to you. If you imagine that it's okay, like spoiler alert, but we all die at some point, right? Sorry.
We got morbid on here.
Sorry if that's a surprise to you, right? But we're all going to die at some point, and the idea behind that difference between increasing your fitness versus avoiding sickness is the difference in how resilient and strong can I make my body so that way I can live independently for as long as possible. Because everybody has at some point kind of turns the corner, so to speak, and starts some sort of physical decline, right?
Yeah.
The idea is how high can I build the peak? So that way, as that physical decline starts to happen, I never decline to a point that I have to live dependent on others before I die.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why we joke about like squatting a full range of motion. It's not just about like, being able to post it on Instagram because I hit a new squat
So you don't
video.
have to call your nurse to come get you off the toilet.
Exactly, right? Everybody wants to be able to get up and down off the toilet. You do lunges, you do step-ups, you work towards pistols. Not that pistols are a necessity, but it's that you can have the single leg strength to walk upstairs in your own house when you're 80 years old, if you have stairs in your house when you're 80, right?
Right.
It's not just for the fancy stuff that goes online. That fancy stuff is cool, but the reality of it is making sure that you can live independently and, be strong to be able to do that into your old age, right?
For sure.
So, all right, rant over. My apologies.
Okay, I think we
Let's
have
get
one
back.
more in the physiology and science.
Okay, you're like, we're only going to ask one more because I don't want to hear any more of your rants.
No, I was just going to chip in about burpees because I always am like, oh, burpees. But I get up and down off the floor so many times with those kids. Mm-hmm. I'm practicing burpees all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, so I can get down on the floor and play with my kids.
And, I mean, you think about that, like, if you fast forward 50, 60 years, right?
You want to do that with your grandkids.
Either do that with your grandkids or how many, most people that are listening to this know, like, an elderly person maybe in their family or a friend of a family or something like that has fallen down and hasn't been able to get back up.
Right.
And so part of that is, like, training burpees, training yourself to be able to get down off the floor safely and know how to get back up, like that's building that level of resilience.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw one more in there just because it's one that people get all stinky about. Strict muscle, like ring muscle ups. Not that everybody has to have a strict ring muscle up, but the idea of being able to grab something and pull your body off of, up towards a surface and press yourself up off of that. So if you think about, let's say somebody that falls and, breaks a hip or something like that, right? Well, if the phone that they need to get to is on a kitchen counter, and they have the upper body strength to reach up, grab that countertop,
Right,
and
even if their
pull
leg is
themselves
broken,
up. If their
right.
leg is broken, if they can pull themselves up, get the phone, that might
Right.
be the difference between them being able to call for help or not, right? So,
Right.
I
I also think of it as like getting yourself out of a pool,
100%, 100%.
like on like a very much more chill level.
Thank you for finding a level of balance there.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. You want to be able to pull yourself out of a pool? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can work on that stuff. Okay. All right.
Okay. Last question of
Nerd stuff.
nerd time.
Nerd time.
Okay. What adaptation is targeted by workouts like Murph in a weighted vest beyond simple cardiovascular endurance?
What adaptation?
I think a lot of people could answer this.
I feel like this,
Don't get too deep.
I know. I was gonna say. I feel like this kind of goes back to like the 10 physical skills from earlier. Is that part of the answer?
No, just if you've done Murph,
It's mental.
mental.
Okay, all
Totally
right, all right.
mental.
Yeah, yeah.
I also was thinking of Chad with that one because it is totally
Chad for sure.
mental.
Yeah. And I think like Murph, you have, you know, the running, the piece inside, then the running, so you're kind of shifting environments, right? That helps add and especially if you break it up, like, I mean, we partnered it this year, but if you break it up into rounds too, like, you can get a little bit of variety in there. That's why I like doing Murph unpartitioned versus going in rounds is a huge difference.
Big difference.
Because if you're sitting there and you're like 50
I
push-ups in,
couldn't actually say because I've never done it unpartitioned.
if you know you're 50 push-ups in and you're like, your arms are already fried and you're like, great, I have 150 more push-ups to go.
No.
Right? It hit me because remember that one time I did it and it took like way too long. I don't even remember how long.
When
it
was that?
It was probably 2 or 3 years ago. I think it took me like almost an hour and 20 minutes, if I remember right. But I remember getting through the push-ups. And then for whatever reason, because I'm a nerd, I did the math and I'm like, great, now I'm halfway through the workout.
Yeah, no. I'm not interested.
But the variety there then with Chad, there is no variety.
No, you just...
It's just you and
Sometimes
that box.
it's just 10 at a time.
Yeah, it's you in that box and you just keep going until you hit 1,000. So yeah, but yeah, mental for sure, mental.
Totally.
Okay. See what you thought was going to be a quick answer? No
It never is.
No chance, no shot.
Okay. So I also forgot I have some fun like games athletes, like more fun
okay.
one. Let's do that rapid fire at the end.
Okay.
Okay. Name as many relatives who are games athletes as possible.
Relatives who are games athletes?
Yeah, people who are games athletes that are related to someone else in the games athlete world.
Okay, so I've got first one that comes to mind is Brooke and Sydney Wells.
Ding.
Are we talking like blood relatives?
Or married.
Or married? Okay.
I'm going to start a 30-second timer because I know you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, there's your timer.
Brooke and Sydney Wells. Oh crap. What's the street parking people?
Did they make it both to the games?
She made it on a team, and then he qualified, but turned down his ticket because she was pregnant with one of their kids.
I mean, I'll count that.
That counts, right? I don't know. Miranda Alcaraz. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember. I don't remember the husband's name.
Mr.
Alcaraz. Mr. Street Parking. Oh shoot! Oh my gosh.
Oh, we're at 30 seconds already.
Damn it!
Do you?
I feel like I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss an obvious one.
Okay.
Brooke and Sydney, I feel like is the most obvious
Yeah.
one.
The Dukic brothers, R.I.P.
Oh.
I know. I thought of that one first.
Yeah. Okay.
Panchik brothers.
How did I?
I know. I don't know how you
feel
missed
like
the Froning brothers.
Wait. The Froning brothers? Who's the other Froning?
Wait.
We're gonna need to fact check
Maybe that was a
ChatGPT
fact check, 'cause
unless I'm missing something.
ChatGPT told me another thing
The
down the road that I was like,
Froning
no, that's not right. Okay. Horvath brothers from Hungary.
Did the brother ever make it? Because Laura, obviously, I don't know if her
And
brother
then
made it.
Annie Thor's daughter
Anne?
has a sister who's allegedly.
What?
I don't
Really?
know if this is correct.
We're gonna
We
need to
gotta
look
fact
that
check
up. Yeah.
that.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Yeah, I
so I'll
missed
give
some
you like
obvious ones.
two.
How the hell did I miss the Panchicks?
I
Goodness
know.
gracious.
Okay.
I made a reel with Saxon.
Oh, if
Oh,
he sees
no.
this, he's gonna be upset with you.
Please
You're
don't
fired.
please do not send this to Saxon Panchik.
Oh, only send it to the Wells girls. Only.
Sydney, we can make a reel when you come.
Yeah. Come on the podcast.
All
Okay. Now, we're going to name the moms.
The mom.
Anybody who's a mom.
Oh,
Shout
okay,
out to
okay,
the
okay,
CrossFit
okay.
moms.
All right.
30 seconds on
okay.
the clock.
Tia. Did you start
1.
your timer? Ariel Lowen.
2.
Annie Thorisdottir.
3.
Kara Saunders.
4.
You better mark that down.
And they could be like a mom even if they've retired, I guess.
Kristen Holta.
I'll just give. I don't know.
Put her on there.
Well,
She actually just won the team games this year. I'm gonna miss another obvious.
I don't think
know
this
it.
one. ChatGPT gave me somebody. I don't think that baby's been born yet.
Who is it?
Katrin.
Yeah,
David's daughter?
I think she's still pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure, we've hit the 30 seconds though. Okay, I feel.
Oops, I lost track. we're not a good pair for this. We're at 49 seconds, y'all.
Okay, I did better on that one than the previous one though. I feel like I got off to a better
Here's
start.
another weird one.
Oh no.
Brooke Wells was listed as a mother to 1 child, and I was like, no.
Was that the one that you've been saying that you were like?
Yeah, I was like, no.
We can send the internet loose on that one. If there's like a 20.
I mean, if anyone has information, send it to us.
Yeah, because
we don't know.
as far as
Okay, here's another one.
All right.
No timer for this, so don't stress out. I'm even.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm really sweating.
Here's just another games trivia. Who has the most kids of games athletes?
Who has the most kids?
I think we've talked about.
Oh, okay. This is gonna sound bad, but I feel like it's a guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, I think there's an answer that ChatGPT gave me, but then I'm thinking of another guy that we've talked about. But go ahead.
Oh my gosh. I mean, the Panchiks have a few kids. Scott Panchik, but I don't think it's him. Oh my gosh. There was a guy. If I remember this right, there was a guy that competed this year that I think they said had 4 kids. Was Jack Rosema?
Who?
Is that on
Well, that's not on. That's not the
there?
answer
That's
it gave
not the
me.
Answer? Okay.
It gave me Josh Bridges.
Really?
Who has 3 kids, but wasn't there a guy, we were watching it together a few years ago, and he had like 6 kids. He didn't make it all the way to the games, but he was like in semifinals or something.
I believe it. I don't remember.
And he had like
who it
6
is.
kids.
Yeah, I believe it.
I thought you were going to say that guy, but.
No, yeah.
That's
Josh
all right.
Bridges, 3 kids. Okay, I feel. Okay, all right. Huh. All right.
Okay.
Couple Josh Bridges references.
I
in here
know.
that-
Who speaks of CrossFit Games athletes the most languages?
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to say Laura Horvath. I don't know why, but I feel like she's from right in the middle of Europe. And
I mean, really good, like, deductive reasoning.
Yeah.
It is a Horvath from Hungary.
Christoph?
Yes.
Yeah, the
He
brother,
speaks, allegedly, Hungarian, English, Italian, Spanish, German, and some French.
Just show off. No, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It is cool. All right, you ready for rapid fire?
Benchmarks? This is the benchmark one? Or is it rapid fire? Yeah, what's the topic?
This is rapid fire benchmark.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let me pull it up. I have several
Get
documents
some
here.
more water. Next time we do this, we need a sweat meter because from when we started to now, I'm sweating so much more.
And we're indoors, and the thermostat says 70. Just for
This is
reference.
very, very not okay. Whew, okay.
Okay, this is like the grand finale. So I think this is how I want to do it.
Okay.
I am gonna start naming the movements, and you have to try to answer it before I'm done.
Oh, name the workout?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So name
Now,
the benchmark before I'm done talking.
that's gonna be tough because some of them only have 2 movements.
Well, sometimes it'll say like 3 rounds or for time. Or
Oh,
like,
you're gonna give me like reps. You're not just gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the whole workout.
Got it. Okay.
So you gotta try to say it before I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12
12.
chances.
Okay, play along at home. See if you get these 2.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Here we go. 21, 15, 9. Thrusters.
Fran.
Ding, ding, ding.
I was like, just give me
I'm
the
trying to go
thrusters.
slow. 3 rounds. 400-meter run. 21 kettlebell swings.
Oh, shoot.
12
Helen.
pull-ups. Got it. Ding, ding.
That one's, oh my God.
4
Okay, just look, I know it's supposed to be rapid fire. Those are 2 of the most, those are 2 of the workouts that I've felt the most just depleted from afterwards. Like Fran, if you really go for it, there's nothing that really compares to it. Helen is like a close second. I get wrecked after Helen. My forearms feel like I can't hold on to anything for like 3 days. Okay, sorry, back
Okay.
to the
for time, 30 clean and jerks.
Grace.
I'll just give it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, that one's.
For
yeah.
time, 30 snatches. 21:59 deadlifts, handstand push-ups.
Diane.
Ding, ding, ding. I almost said the name. Okay, 50, 40, 30.
Annie. That's double unders and sit-ups?
Yes, good job. For time, 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups,
Oh, shoot.
100 sit-ups, and 100 air squats.
Shiitake mushrooms. Angie.
You did
Yeah,
it.
I forgot the name for a second. I was like, it's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me.
I'm still giving you the correct, even though you're not following the rules. Okay, AMRAP, 20 minutes. 5.
Cindy.
Damn.
5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups,
shoot.
15 air squats.
Yes, 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats for Cindy. Okay, for time, 1,000 meter row.
Jackie. 50 thrusters, 45 pounds, 30 pull-ups.
Dang. Good
They've
job.
done a variation of that at the games a few times, where they did one as a finale a couple of years ago. It was a 1,000 meter row, 50 thrusters. I think the weight was 95-65, and it was 30 bar muscle ups.
Ooh.
The cool part that they did with that one is they time capped the row. So I think guys had to finish the 1,000 meters under like 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and if you didn't, you were done. Which I don't remember what the women's time. I think it was 3:45, and I'm
Wow.
like, yo, that's flying.
fast.
That's hustling. Okay,
Woo.
sorry.
Okay, and then there's 3 left.
Okay.
Okay, 5 rounds, 800 meter run, 30 kettlebell swings, 30 pull-ups.
Oh shoot. Oh, first of all, that sounds
First
terrible.
of all.
That sounds horrible. Oh
5 rounds is a lot.
my gosh, of an 800 meter run. Someone's screaming at their however they're listening. Someone's screaming the name right now. I don't know that one.
Eva.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
I haven't done that one. That one sounds terrible.
it really
Goodness,
does. That's
okay.
a lot of work. Okay, next, 5 rounds, 400 meter run, 30 box jumps.
Kelly.
Yes, 30 wall balls.
That one I've done. That's a disgustingness. The third round is when
I mean, anything over 3 rounds, I'm like, I'm gonna black out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well-
black out, screaming, crying, throwing up.
Well, okay, so think about that one. That's 5 rounds, right? And I might be mowing your lawn on one of the last couples because the last one might be Karen. That one is
No.
Karen volume with 150 box jumps and 1.25 miles of running, right? It's gross. Okay, all right.
That is something. Okay,
That
last
was
one.
Kelly.
AMRAP 20 minutes, 400 meter run, max rep pull-ups.
Oh, this is Nancy?
No.
No. Hold on.
I'm gonna.
Wait. No, don't give me the point, but I feel like I. No, that's not Amanda. Oh, Nicole?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Question on that.
Yeah.
So you do a 400 meter run, and then you just do as many pull-ups as you can.
And as soon as you
until
come off
drop.
the bar,
Yeah.
you go for another 400 meter run. And your score is your total pull-ups.
Wow. Have you done that?
No, but for 20 minutes is gross. They
The
did
run would be like my favorite part of. Like
They had a
okay.
they had a variation of that one. I think this was in 2014 or 2015. I think it was the Muscle Up Biathlon, where it was they had a run, and then they had a certain number of ring muscle ups they had to do. I think it was 30, and when you got to your rings, you had to do an unbroken set. Whenever you came off the rings, then you had to go run again. And basically, it was the first one to hit that finish line. I think there was one guy that just did them unbroken. He was the
Wow.
only one to do it unbroken. I think it was Cody Anderson.
You just answered your own trivia question.
Bam. That's how I made up for the one benchmark that I missed.
Okay, so I really only put like X's if you didn't get it. So you only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wrong, and then a bunch wrong on the relatives.
The games, yeah. Which that's fair.
Which, like,
I'll
you know
I'll
what?
take that one. I'll take
There
that
are
one.
a lot of games level people who have made it at least once. You're counting in that.
There
Yeah.
are, and I am pretty disappointed in myself in a couple of those. There are some of them
There were
that
a
I'm
couple
like,
big
I
names
really
there.
could have needed to get some of those. So okay.
But you
cool.
got all the science questions, methodology. You
Yeah.
were like on it.
And that's why, like, the game stuff, you asked it, and I, like, obviously fun to answer. The methodology stuff, I wanted to go further into that because I feel like that's the stuff that isn't as widely known. Obviously, anybody that goes through their level 1, level 2, you have to learn that stuff, right? From a coaching perspective. But that's the core of what CrossFit really is and why it's such a powerful methodology. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to take this opportunity to take a left turn, take this exit, and we're going to talk about metabolic pathways for a few minutes, right? Because it's like that's the stuff that when I went and learned that stuff when I went to my level 1, I already loved CrossFit as it was, but that gave me an appreciation for like what it's really intended to do.
What it's doing really behind the scenes. Because anyone who's like done CrossFit for any amount of time, you're like, oh, that's like the hardest, most like fit they've probably ever been.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say that. You could say that.
100%.
Like
100%.
anyone could testify to that.
Yeah. And
but this is the reason why.
Bingo. That's that's all the theoretical stuff behind why it works that way. Especially like the question you asked about like, the difference between variance and randomness. It's like that's an important thing to really hone in on, right?
Because I think a lot of people could say they've gone to gyms and robo gyms, whatever, and done random workout, a bunch of varied stuff.
For sure.
But are you working as hard as you'd work in a CrossFit gym that's like doing it on purpose in that order or blah, blah, blah?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Hell yeah. All right. Now, we're going to have to get you back on here at some point to actually tell your story.
I'm in the back pocket whenever you need a...
I was going to say, I think I know where to find you if I need to. So, okay. Everybody, play along at home. We'll see how you did. Let us know how you did as you went through the questions. If there were any answers that you were screaming
or if you want to fact check the ChatGPT ones that we were not sure about.
Please fact check. Somebody fact check if Brooke Wells has a kid. That one was an interesting
I would
one.
love to know.
I'm like, that one was a surprise.
Secret kid
to
somewhere.
Me.
Who knows?
Like, did we just start a controversy? Okay, bye.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. See you, everybody.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider sharing with a friend. To get notified of future episodes, please follow the show on your favorite podcast app so you can continue to hear these stories. For more behind-the-scenes content of everyday CrossFitters, follow on YouTube and Instagram at Silverback Media. Until next time, this has been the Silverback Media Podcast.